Love It or List It is a Canadian home design TV show currently airing on the W Network and on OWN Canada. The show is produced by Big Coat Productions and is based in Toronto and other surrounding areas in Ontario, Canada. The show premiered as a primetime program on W Network on September 8, 2008, and has since aired on OWN Canada as well as HGTV in the United States. In September 2014, the show began filming in the United States and North Carolina. Format: in Love It or List It, a home-owning couple or family has to decide between keeping their newly renovated current home or to buy a new home and sell their current one. This is done with the help of hosts Hilary Fa, designer, and David Vicentin, realtor. Hilary handles design and renovation on the current home, and David finds new possible homes. To begin each episode, there is an overview of the family, their history and ownership of the home, their current use of the home, and the problems they are encountering which necessitate the need for change. The couple or family present Hilary with a list of things they wish to change in their current home, and the amount of money they are providing her as the renovation budget. The couple or family then present David with a list of things that they would need in a new home, and a maximum purchase price they wish to consider. Hilary then tries to meet the couple's current home requirements by, with the help of her assistant Desta along with myriad contractors, redesigning and renovating the current home, handling all construction, as well as finishing, furnishing, and decorating. During the renovation the family lives outside of the home, so that there can be a big reveal at the finish. During this time, David finds and shows the family for sale homes which increasingly target the family's desires as refined by their feedback to David during each showing. Often the couple or family is divided as to staying or finding new, with one or more wishing to remain in their current home and the other side wishing to move. Sometimes, all of the family members are open-minded as to what the results may bring, and don't seem to have overtly preset views on which choice will be better. But in most cases, the family or couple disagrees, with each side seemingly intransigent, one side insistent on moving, the other insistent on staying. Thus, Hilary and David will each have a side that is predisposed to their view, and work to win over the other partner, without losing the support of their natural ally. While the series win total favors Hilary by slightly higher odds, it is not clear that this is due to any specific ability she has over David, since many factors tend to make Love It the easier and more emotional choice, for example, not needing to move with its associated costs, not worrying about buying one home and selling another simultaneously, not needing to change schools or routes to workplaces, the emotional power of a big reveal of the renovation having just occurred, and the simple, inertial comfort of the human desire to resist movement or change. Common themes and issues include, for Hilary, an inadequate budget to complete the entire request list from the homeowners. This is often caused, according to the show, by the construction crew discovery of unforeseen costs after renovation has started. Hilary and crew, led by Eddie Richardson, must pull out all the stops to give the homeowners a better arranged home than before the episode to free up space, and that often causes other problems. This extra expense soaks up more of the couple's budget, forcing reductions from their request list, with Hilary showing the couple the problem and describing what will be cut in scenes that are typically confrontational. Follow-on shots often show the couple or family being upset with Hilary over problems which arose from their own house's inadequacies. What is not clear in the show is whether Hilary has overpromised at the show's beginning, without doing her due diligence to see if what she thinks can be done, indeed can be done, or might be fraught with extra costs. Common themes and issues for David, meanwhile, include the problem of keeping the couple or family in the same area. Living in the same area is almost always of importance to the homeowners, who almost always have children already in local schools. Since most homeowners on the show are living in somewhat subpar interior homes, they have a toehold in a much more expensive neighborhood than they realize, and David is rarely able to find a nicely renovated or newly built home for sale in their existing neighborhood, and must show the homeowners houses farther and farther away from their preferred neighborhood in order to give them a home with more updated square footage at what is often a budget that is little more than the value of their current home. The above two elements, Hilary unable to grant all renovations, and David unable to find a house in the same area, the series' most frequent sources of dramatic tension. At the end of the show, the homeowners are shown the result of Hillary's renovation work, albeit usually not meeting the complete list, but almost always eliciting the use and awes of the newly wowed homeowners, who almost universally express that they can hardly believe it's the same place. After seeing their renovated home, David gets his turn to show the homeowners the new value of their newly renovated home. David then demonstrates how their newly renovated home value places the family that much closer to affording the new home he has shown them, and he takes time to remind them of what, inevitably, Hillary was unable to accomplish, despite her having done wonderful work on what she did get done. The homeowners then face the catchphrase questions from Hillary: "Are you going to love it?" and David, "Or are you going to list it?" The couple then proceeds with their decision. Before the couple proceeds with their decision, the camera always pans between Hillary and David and goes into slow motion to increase the dramatic effect of the decision. Presenters statistics Seasons 1-8 Host and crew biographies Hosts Hillary Farr. Hillary Farr is a home designer from Toronto. She has lived in Australia, England, California, and New York. Farr honed her skills on properties in Los Angeles, Santa Barbara, New York and Toronto. When she first moved back to Toronto, she became the first designer to stage properties for sale. She continues to build and design homes in the downtown core where she herself owns properties. David Vicentin. David Vicentin is a real estate agent in southern Ontario with Country Living Realty Limited. He has been practicing since 1987. Assistant designer Desta Osterpick. Desta is a Toronto-based designer who graduated in 2004 from the Toronto International Academy of Design and Technology in Interior Design, and has since focused on a career in the television industry. She first started working with Big Coat Productions during her last semester of school as an intern for HGTV's hit series My Parents' House. She soon became the design stylist for the show. Contractors Eric Eremita, general contractor and designer. Eric Eremita was selected to be the one and only general contractor on HGTV's Love It or List It US version, after HGTV Network took notice of him when he competed in its Brother vs. Brother reality show. Eddie Richardson. Eddie Richardson was a contractor on Love It or List It who started his own family business. Richardson has also been a pro beach volleyball player and professional bass fisherman. Fergus McLaren. Fergus McLaren started up his own construction company, Armac Solutions, 10 years ago. Hillary Farr. Victories, families or clients who decided to love their home and stay. Seasons 1 8, 2008 14 Season 1 The Challenger Family 0908, The Lederman Family 0908, The McMine Family 0908, The Dowdlett Family 1108, The Singh Family 1108, The Thompson Family 1108, The Roeger Family 1208, The Wood Family 1208, The Turner Family 0109. Season 2 The Mitchell Family 0409, The Kowalik Family 0609, The Yee Family 0709, The McLean Family 0709, The Adamidis Family 0909, The Smart Family 1009, The Bader McLean Family 1009, The Nguyen Family 1109, Ed and Martine via The Richardson Family 1109, The Shanawan Family 1109. Season 3 Mark and Desta 0510, The Matthews Rooney Family 0510, The SYMTH Family 0610, Colin and Beth 0910, The Hung Family 0910, The Olmsted Family 1010, The McPherson Family 1010, The Milne Family 1010, The Brown Family 1110. Season 4 The Douglas Family 0311, The Shaver Family 0311, The Dennell Family 0411, The Smith Family 0411, The Cunningham Family 0511, The Jorswell Family 0511, The Hunt Family 0911, The Banaye Family 0911, The Zeleniak Family 1011, Dan and Rich 1011, The Bikovec Family 1011, Sandra and Jeff 1111. equals season 5 equals the Pattinson family 0212, the Cullen family 0212, Sharon and Sandra 0312, the Cartwright family 0312, the Sinclair family 0412, Joe and Lynn 0912, Matt and Kelly 0912, Heidi and Greg 0912, the Byrne family 1012, Julie and Sherry 1012. Equals season 6 equals Donovan family 0113, McWilliams 0413, Krista and Dave 0413, Nielsen family 513, Michelle and Ron 0613, Rachel and Callum 0613, Darlene and Jade 0613, Stephanie and Peter 0613. Equals season 7 equals Leslie and Michael 0114, Alison and Robert, Daily Squeeze 0114, Catherine, Natalia and Paolo 0114, Chelsea and Brian 0114, Lorraine and Bob 0214, Brent and John 0214, Mike and Danny, Good Cop Bad Cop 0214, Irene Marcos 0314, Jody and Sam 0414, the D. Palmer family, Kelly and Robin 0314. Equals season 8 equals Pam and Brad 914, Corinne and Daphne 0914, Christine and Rick 1014, Trevor and Janice 1114, Georgia and Steve 1114, Kelly and Eric 115, Jamie and Greg 1/1215, Jennifer and Vincent 115, Gary and Lauren 315, Shana and Jeremy 315, Dwayne and Hongan 415, Thomas and Sarah 615, Dave and Sonia 615, Shannon and Mason 915, Nathan and Ann 915, total victories for Hillary, 81. David Vicenten victories, families and clients who decided to list and move into a new or better home. Equals season 1 to 8, 2008-14 equals. Equals season 1 equals, the Thompson family 1108, the Pliscott family 1208, the McGeechee family 1208. Equals season 2 equals, the Tormeister family 0409, the Cunningham family, Bachelor Patta family home 0409, the Ford Williams family, Standing Tall 0709, the Goddard family 0909, the Elliott family 1009, the Sproat family 1109, Michael and Jeffrey 1109, the Gallagher family 1209. Equals season 3 equals, the Ethia family 0510, the Sierra Bagnato family 0510, Jim and Connie 0510, the Ramos family 0610, the McKee and Bryce family 0610, the Dnes family 0610, the Pollock-Jones family 0710, the Pinnock family 0710, the Renton family 0910, Mark and Alan 0910, Kezia and Patrick 1010, the Maharishi family 1110. Equals season 4 equals, the O'Hara family 0311, the Robertson family 0411, the Wall family 0411, the Corlin family 0511, the Godoy family 0511, the Piction family 1011, the Barrett family 1111. Equals season 5 equals, the Fowler family 0312, Mary Jo and Glenn 0312, the Richardson family 1012, the Young family 1012, the Rhymes family 1012, Nera and Alok, Urban vs Suburban 1112, the Abbott Brown family, Builders Plan Predicament 1112, the Finley family 1112. Equals season 6 equals, Melissa and Oliver 413, Catherine and Scott 413, Aileen and Colin 0513, Sarana and Flair 0513, Wendy and Dave 0513, Siobhan and Duncan 0713. Equals season 7 equals, Jacqueline and Bevan 0214, Saki and Cam 0314, Sarah and Andrew 0314. Equals season 8 equals, Danielle and Richard 0914, Deborah and Jay 0914, Trish and Brian 1014, Barb and Pete 1014, Becky and Junior 1014, Sue and Bruce 1014, Michael and Nigel 1114, Delilah and Dan 1214. Equals season 9 equals, Matt and Marcy 315, Josmal and Carla 315, Greg and Rodolfo 615, Nevada and Kevin 615, Marty and Shannon 615, Total victories for David, 59. Competition. Other Canadian home design shows in competition with Love It or List It include Take This House and Sell It, Color Confidential, and Divine Design. The show took the title of W Network's top-rated home improvement in a reality series. The title was previously held by Take This House and Sell It for 5 years. According to the Wall Street Journal, the show and its Vancouver spin-off is one of Canada's beloved reality series. International spin-offs. Canada Ontario and British Columbia, Canada. In August 2015, Corus Entertainment, unregistered trademark SW Network, announced the start of production on a new spin-off of the hit franchise Love It or List It. Produced by Big Coat Productions, in association with W Network, Love It or List It Vacation Homes features a series of unique vacation homes and breathtaking vistas in and around Ontario and British Columbia. Hosts, designer Dan Vickery and realtor Eliza Goldhawk will face off against each other, armed with their list of must-haves to sway the vacation homeowner's final decision to either keep their renovated property or sell. Production begins on Love It or List It Vacation Homes at the end of August, and the series is scheduled to air in spring 2016 on W Network. Vancouver, British Columbia. According to the show's producers, the time is right to bring the winning formula to Vancouver, unregistered trademark's hot real estate market. Love It or List It Vancouver will showcase families in BC, unregistered trademark's largest metropolitan city, who are struggling with homes that no longer suit their needs. Unregistered trademark's up to Gillian to put a stop to the wandering eyes of our homeowners, armed with a list of must-haves and a design she hopes will persuade them to stay. Meanwhile, the realtor is determined to get homeowners to relocate by taking the homeowner's list of must-haves and finding them new digs. This is very similar to the original show's format. According to the show's executive producer Maria Armstrong, Love It or List It has been a huge success for us, and we are thrilled to be taking this amazing show to the West Coast. Love It or List It Vancouver was launched during winter 2012. The show is hosted by ABC's Extreme Makeover Home Edition designer Gillian Harris and actor now realtor Todd Talbot. United States. In November 2011, HGTV acquired distribution rights to air Love It or List It. United Kingdom. A British version of the show came after Big Coat Productions and Beyond Distribution finalised a format deal with British broadcaster Channel 4. The show is entitled Love It or List It UK, features British television personalities Kirsty Allsopp as designer and Phil Spencer as realtor. The British version, which debuted in 2015, is produced by Raise the Roof Productions. Andrew Jackson was named executive producer of the show. Love It or List It UK began airing on Canada's W Network in October 2015. International syndication. Crew. Behind the scenes. Architect, Simon West, Senior Production Coordinator, Linda Johnston, Construction Coordinator, David Violante, Construction Assistants, Chris Blinn, Adam Dalgano, Aaron Rawayatz, Dale George, Design Coordinator, Kev Showman. Reception. On August 31, 2010, Love It or List It was nominated for 2 Gemini Awards, Best Reality Program or Series and Best Direction in a Reality Program or Series. The show is once again nominated for Best Reality Program or Series along with its competitors Dragon Dens and Cupcake Girls. When HGTV premiered the show on the network, the company states that Love It or List It has been the highest rating reality series since Candice Olsen's Candice Tells All. In 2012, New York Times columnist Gail Collins noted that it was U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton's favorite TV show. According to Collins, Clinton finds the show very calming after being interviewed about her departure from politics. In 2013, Vanna White said it was one of her favorite HGTV programs in an interview with Las Vegas magazine. Actress Julianne Moore also gave similar praise for the show in an interview with Katie Couric and the Daily Mail. Advertisement. In February 2010, Vim was advertised in 4 episodes of Love It or List It. Designer Hilary Farr was featured in various commercials of Vim in 2010, while competitor David Vicentin was featured in an LG Earth campaign in 2011. Vehicles promoted in the show include Lexus, Toyota, Volvo, and Jeep. See also, Love It or List It Vancouver, Property Brothers, The Property Brothers at Home, Buying and Selling, Income Property, Divine Design, Take This House and Sell It, Candice Tells All, Fixer Upper, Bath Crashers, Yard Crashers, Masters of Flip. References. External links: Love It or List It on HGTV, Love It or List It on W Network, http www.bighorseproductions.com/ Show details.php ? Show = 505, Love It or List It at the Internet Movie Database.